Hi Grizzlies, and welcome to another edition of Canvas Tips. So today's tip is going to be a little bit longer than most of our tips because this is a process that has a couple of steps. I'm going to be showing you a way to assign Google assignments like Google Docs and things like that to students through Canvas, have students submit their work through Canvas, and enable you to use SpeedGrader when you're grading, all without having to use a Google integration. And so those of you who've been struggling with Google integrations, you may have watched videos that Jen sent a while back, Jen McNatt, when people first started having trouble with Google. So a lot of this is going to overlap what she sent. For those of you who haven't seen the video, or if you're interested in a couple extra little tips or a template that I'm going to tell you about at the end, then please stick around. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is start in Google with your kids. I strongly recommend doing this as a group, so maybe share your screen and walk kids through the process. So get the kids signed in on Google, and then you're going to show them how to create and share a new folder. So they'll go over to the plus and add a new folder. You're going to want a folder name that's really recognizable, so that way the kids know right away that this folder is for your class. And so you might even find it beneficial to tell them what to name the folder. I'm just going to use Becker P3 for period 3, so teacher's name and period. I'm going to create that folder. So once they've created the folder, they're going to want to share it. Now, when they create the folder, it's automatically going to be in blue here. But if the kids start clicking around the screen, then they're going to lose that blue highlight. They need to get it back. So tell them to click that folder one time, not 2 times, 1 time. That way they can get that blue highlight back because they'll want to stay on this page. That way they can go over to the share settings in the top right corner and they can share with you your email address. So I'm going to use Josh as an example here. Now, probably one of the most important things for you is to have the kids take this check mark off, the one that says notify people. That way, when they are done sharing with you, you're not going to get like 35 or 38 notifications in your Outlook inbox saying, this folder has been shared, this folder has been shared. So make sure they click that off. Over here, there are a couple of different options. The default is editor, and it's actually a good idea to have the kids continue to have you as an editor and not change this to viewer. That way, if you want to collaborate with them, if you want to go in and add comments or anything like that, you're able to do so. And then they'll click the share button. So at that point, anything that they have put inside the shared folder is automatically shared with you. That way they don't have to share any documents in the future. They just need to get them in this folder. That way, again, you're not going to have all these shared notifications, and you're not going to have a situation where you have kids who, can't easily share the document, can't figure it out. You're just going to train them to put everything in this folder. So now I'm going to switch over to the teacher side. I'm going to go to my assignments page. And I actually have a template that I made that is specific to Google assignments. And I've put it into Commons and I've added it as my favorite. So now I can just go right over here. And when it pulls up my favorites, it's going to be right there. So I'm going to select it. I'll get a little green check mark. And then when I click close on this, my page is going to refresh. It's telling me something is importing right now, and there is my Google assignment template. So when I click on this, it's going to open that template up. And like I said, this is set up for Google. So you have a spot for directions, some submission requirements. In this section, it talks specifically about how they're going to make sure that you get their assignment. I also like to put the due date in here. Then we also have technical support. So if they have any trouble, here are links that give them step-by-step what to do. So I'm going to edit this to customize this for the assignment that I want my kids doing. So when we get to the directions, the very first step says, click here to open a link to this Google assignment. When you are asked whether you would like to make a copy, select make a copy and save the document in your folder for this class. So that's their first step. Second step is the set of instructions that are specific to this assignment. So what I'm going to do where it says click here, I want to create a hyperlink that's going to link to the document that I want kids using. So to give you an example of that, I have opened up an assignment that I want to share with my kids. Now I'm going to have you do something a little bit different than maybe you've done before. You probably are used to clicking share and getting that copy a link that then you use that to share it. I want you to do something different. Go up here to the top where you see the URL, and you'll see at the very end, the last word after that / is edit. I want you to change the word edit to copy, because what's going to happen at this point is anybody who has this link, and this is what you're going to share with the kids. So I'm going to do Control-C. Anybody who has this link will be forced to make a copy of the document. That way you don't have to remind the kids to do that step. So back here at my page, at click here where I have that highlighted, I'm going to link to that URL and put Control-V. I'm going to plug that in and hit Insert Link. So that way when I save this assignment, which I'll do in just a minute, actually, I'll come back since we have some other things to put in here. But when I save this assignment, this is going to be a live link that when they click it is going to get to that forced copy page. And to show you what that looks like, just so you can give the kids a heads up, I'm going to create a new incognito window, and I'm going to paste that same forced copied URL. Now, the whole reason I went to an incognito is then you can see what it actually would look like for somebody else, because your computer is no longer pulling from like all the information that you have saved, like and the cache where you have gone to various websites, and it's pulling from that information. So you really get to kind of see it fresh. So once I'm fully signed in here, you'll see what this would look like for kids. So when the kids click on that link, this is what they're going to get. You can see the name of the document. They need to click make a copy. And when that goes through, it's going to open up and it's going to automatically be dropped in their Google Drive. That way they can now do all their work on this assignment, and then they'll be able to share it back with you. Okay, a couple of little things I want to show you while we're here, because again, this is a good thing to kind of do with your students just to show them what it's like. Over on File, where it says Move, this is how the kids can put this document into the folder for your class. So there's my Becker period 3. I click on it, I just hit Move. Now it's inside that folder, so automatically, if Josh were my teacher, this would be something he could see and I never even have to click that share button again. So when the kids are ready to actually submit the document, that's when they can grab that URL, so copy that link, and then on the assignment, what you're going to put down for assignment type, so you can do all of your points and things like that. But where it says submission type, put online. And then only click website URL. That way, when the kids go to put this assignment in and share it with you, I'm going to go ahead, hit save and publish. They are going to get a little box where they're going to paste in the link to their Google document. And that's how they're going to get it to you. It's going to submit as an assignment, and that's where you're going to be able to actually grade inside SpeedGrader. Makes everything so much easier for you. So one other really quick little thing I want to show you. Like I said, this is my Google assignment template, and I saved it in favorites so I can always access it when I'm in a class on my assignment page. And so I just want to show you, I dropped this in here a little bit earlier, and I just, if you search LOHS Google, it will come up. You can click on it, and that's where you can add it to your favorites. So if you're interested in using this template, or you want to have it as a starting place and change things out, that's where you can find it, Grizzlies. So again, if you have questions, if you need help, please reach out. You can always email me, and of course there's Ms. McNatt and Ms. Diver and Mr. Hartz, and we're all here to help. So hope you're having a great day. Thank you very much for your time, Grizzlies.